Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. You know, something that I've known for many years, but it just seems like a lot of the stuff that's happening here lately, it's kind of jumping out at me more. And that is the people that are in charge. You know, those ones that the men that rule the world that we talk about often. And, you know, you always get the guy asking, who are they? As if no one knows who they are. Anyways, seems to me that the more we get into all this stuff that's going on, that it's much more apparent that they don't want us to be self-sufficient. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed how everything, it seems like, at least a little more at a time, that helps make us a little bit more independent, a little bit less dependent upon government, less dependent upon a system, a food supply system, a medical system, just generally taking care of ourselves, that more and more they're trying to either ban it or send out a message that it's bad. Don't do it. It's bad. For instance, here recently, we've all learned that eggs are just killing people. That all of these thousands and thousands of people that are dying unexpectedly from heart problems could be eggs. We also have heard that climate change, that could be killing people. Saw an article just the other day that gardening can lead to heart disease. So you shouldn't be gardening. We've heard that, raw milk is dangerous. We've heard that, raising your own animals is dangerous. We've heard having a wood stove in your home is dangerous, that we need to ban those. We need to ban gas stoves. We need to get rid of any kind of, gas-powered, thing. We need to do away with everything that makes it easy for you to be self-sufficient. You can't collect rainwater. You can't have chickens in your backyard. Heaven forbid you turn your landscaping on your own private property into any kind of edible garden. I mean, that's wrong. It's bad. It's bad for the environment. I mean, raising animals is bad for the environment. Having a tractor so that you can produce more and more food for yourself, that's bad for the environment. It's all bad. Just depend on us, trust us, and it'll be okay. I have been to this point for a long time now, for years, that pretty much if the news media and the government and all these important people that talk out their backside and like they know what they're talking about, whatever they say, I tend to try to do the opposite of. I mean, that's just a general rule of thumb. That may not be every case, but anymore it's becoming a pretty constant theme that if they tell you that it's bad to do, or you shouldn't do it, or it's dangerous, or it's some kind of threat to yourself, that's a pretty good indicator that you should probably be doing that. And being self-sufficient is one of those things that they're trying to tell everyone that it's really bad to be. You don't want to be self-sufficient, they say. Oh, that's bad. It's dangerous. It's dangerous for you and your family. You want to become more dependent upon us in the system. Just stay at home, lock yourselves up. I mean, we'll send your food right to your door. Don't believe anything that makes any kind of common sense. It's kind of like I saw a news clip today of some a news person from, I think it was MSNBC. I don't watch it, but I saw the little news clip, and she was trying to tell everyone that she had the heart thing that's going around, that myocarditis, and she got it from the common cold. That's right. She lives a healthy life, but she got it from the common cold. And you need to be listening to whatever the government tells you to do, because it's dangerous out there. We've heard that it's common for children to have strokes, and that now we have stroke seasons. That's what it is. It's a season of strokes. It's a season of heart conditions. We hear all this ridiculous stuff, and every time we hear it, it's always twisted as in, you need to trust us. You need to depend on us. No, you don't need to take care of your own health. You don't need to seek out alternative health, whatever is different from the official government narrative is bad. And don't listen to those kind of health professionals. No matter how many years of experience they have and what kind of success rate they have, it doesn't matter. They're not from the government, and so you shouldn't listen to them. Guns are bad. It doesn't matter what the data says. It doesn't matter that in areas where there are more guns and more gun availability has less crimes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just listen to us. They're bad. It doesn't matter that we have all kinds of bodyguards for ourselves, protecting us 24/7. Guns shouldn't be used to protect people. It's bad. We shouldn't use them in this idea of self-protection, and using something like a firearm to protect ourselves is archaic, and it's racist, and it's misogynistic, and it's patriarchal, and it's wrong. It's just wrong. Now, we use them for ourselves, but you little peasants can't. And so at some point, people should start kind of waking up and realizing that if the government's telling us that self-sufficiency is bad, and that anything that we do that could make our lives a little bit more independent of the system, they're telling that all those things are bad, then maybe we should be doing those things. Maybe we should have firearms to protect ourselves, and maybe we should know how to use them. All those really bad, dangerous ones that are black with all those attachments that are weapons of war, even though you could never take over a government with them, maybe we should have those. Maybe we should have several of them, and maybe we should know how to use them. In fact, maybe we should know how to use them in the manner of a war, not just in hunting purposes. Maybe we should grow our own food, and lots of it, because they're telling us that all this food out there that they're making, it's filled with all kinds of bad stuff. But they tell us that's good. It's good to want to eat bugs. It's good to eat all this synthetic lab-grown stuff. Why? It's way healthier. Way, way healthier. I mean, you're just absolutely crazy if you think the things that God himself created for us to eat. I mean, he created our bodies, and then he created this food so as to put it in our bodies. You would think that would kind of work out to be a good combination. But no, you're wrong. Because you need to listen to the powers in charge. You need to listen to the people that are way smarter than you. They have more money than you. They have more degrees than you. They're way smarter. They're way smarter. You're just too tiny and small and insignificant to really be able to figure these things out. So just listen to them. Don't be self-sufficient. Don't grow gardens and raise chickens and goats and sheep and cows. Don't do that. That's bad. Don't put food away. Well, you don't need to do that because we'll take care of you. The government, they'll take care of you. Don't put food away. Don't try to build little communities kind of outside the system. No, you don't need to do that. You need to lock yourself up in your house, not talk to anyone, only see your parents and grandparents through some type of vinyl filming or whatever. You don't want to hug. You don't want to let your child see you without something plastered on your face, because that's not good for them. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't do anything that's dangerous. Just listen to the government, and you'll be okay. This is the message that we've been hearing for years now, and that message is becoming much louder and clearer and more demanding in the past months. And if there are people out there that haven't woken up and haven't realized that what they're telling us is to be bigger and weaker sheep, then I don't know what to tell you, folks. And that if you think that it still makes sense to keep doing what they tell you to do, again, I don't know what to tell you, folks. I know for me and my house, we're trying to do pretty much everything the opposite of what they tell us to do. We try to be more self-sufficient. We do everything we can to sever the ties that we have with the outside system. And even if we don't have them severed now, we are building systems so that when that day comes that we have to sever those ties, we won't be falling flat on our face. We'll have knowledge and tools and a system that we have developed either within our homestead and within our community that we can just easily transition over to. This is what you folks need to be thinking about, because all of this stuff that they're telling you it's bad, it all kind of goes to one direction, and that is keeping your dependency on the system and less dependency upon your own two hands, upon the Father Creator, upon your small community. They don't want that. They want you to depend on them so that they can control you and that they can dictate your life. It's time to stop allowing this to happen. Grow your gardens, burn your wood in your wood stoves, have all kinds of scary looking firearms, and learn how to use them properly, not just to shoot squirrels out of the trees, because that's not even what the Second Amendment was about, folks. Learn how to do these things and make things with your own hands and preserve your food and raise animals and live a life that's outside of what's the norm nowadays. Because that's about the only way that it seems like we might have a chance of surviving through all of this reset Agenda 2030 that's being just thrust upon us, whether you like it or not. Don't listen to the experts. Don't buy into their garbage, because that's all it is. It's all lies upon lies upon lies. Be self-sufficient today. Break those bonds of the system. It's crashing. It's going down. It's the big Titanic and it's sinking. And if you don't sever yourself from that, it's going to drag you down with it when it sinks. So sever your ties now, become self-sufficient, and do everything you can to build a community, at least a few friends around you that are like mine, so that you can help each other out and depend on each other. It's about the only way that you're going to physically really survive all of this, folks. Now is the time to get your houses in order. It's time to prepare mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.